Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So my client here came in today for what we call a restorative relaxer. What's a restorative relaxer? That relaxer is suitable for those clients that have been relaxing themselves at home and where it's areas that are under processed and in areas that aren't processed. So we went through and we evened everything out. Now with that being said, this is where she is after we've gone through and soaked her and got her prepared. But most people would say, oh my gosh, just leave it like this, leave it like this, leave it like this. And they want to keep length and length and more length, not knowing that at the end of the day, this length right here is not really true length. This is a lot of split ends, a lot of unhealthy hair that does need to come off so that that healthy hair can thrive and grow out in the right way. So while I know, while I know most people would want to keep all of these little stray hairs here, the style looks great, in real terms, those ends need to come off. So that's what we're going to do today. So I want you guys to take a look at the before picture before we actually do the trim slash somewhat of a cut. And then the after, and you'll see the difference in the health of the hair, the shine of the hair, and the movement of the hair. So right now, I just want you to shake your head side to side for me. Okay, so she can shake it side to side. Now I want you guys to see the after once we're done with her trim slash somewhat cut. Forward for me. This is the part that people don't really like, because they want to keep length, and not knowing that that length really means nothing. And at the end of the day, you're either going to trim it off or it's going to break off and take hair that is nice and healthy with it. So that's the reason why keeping a trim schedule is very important. For my relaxed clients, typically you want to make sure that you get a trim with every retouch relaxer, and that's within a 6 to 10 week period, okay? Just because your stylist relaxes you every 4 weeks, that does not mean you need to get a trim. You probably didn't even need a relaxer every 4 weeks in the first place. But that will kind of give you a basis as to how often you should receive a trim for you to have a healthy head or healthy grade of hair. If you're natural, the schedule is typically 8 to 12 weeks, which means almost quarterly. A lot of my naturals do not follow that schedule, and then they end up having to get a cut instead of a trim because they did not follow that schedule at all, trying to preserve length, not knowing at the end of the day, you're actually hindering healthy length at the same time. So what I'm doing is I'm just following an orange peel shape on her head. Whenever you're doing a trim or a cut, typically you want to follow the shape of an orange. Our head is the shape of an orange, it's not a square. So you don't want to continue going, That is how you create hard lines in your haircut. So we follow the head just as we would if you were going to peel an orange, where the hair goes in this nature, just like an orange peel. And you follow that all the way around. Now, I'm also a firm believer, cut once, check your cut. If you have to cut again, cut minimal. Because what happens is every time you go back and check your cut, you end up cutting more and more and more. And that's how a lot of people get lost in their haircut, and they become what we call scissor happy. And a trim becomes an entire haircut. And now you've gone from long to short of unnecessary cutting, okay? So definitely for my stylist, if you're going to be doing any type of trimming or cutting, always try to trim once, check your cut, and if you have to clean up anything, then you go back and clean up that section. But you don't want to continue cutting and cutting and cutting, and you're going to end up cutting into hair that shouldn't have been cut in the first place. So hers was actually more of a trim than anything else. She does have some areas that's really short compared to others. I'm not going to cut into those areas. They'll just have to grow out, and we trim it as we go. Took them from me, mama. So she's kind of at a bob cut all on her own without even trying. This side is a lot shorter, but we're just going to make that work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my clippers. That's what it took off. Well, I like to show it to my clients so they can see what I took off, because they're like, oh my gosh, she just cut all my hair off. No, baby. I just cut off like half an inch of hair. That's what was left. And then we're just going to go through. So she kind of ended up with an asymmetrical bang without even trying, with some good layering, nice movement, nice flow. baby mama. And then I did an over-directed bang. And then I saw an area that had a little bit too much weight on it. So I'm just going through and cleaning that up. Yes, girl, come through. Layers. Ow. All right, so you guys can kind of already see the shape. Yes, this side is shorter. Does that mean that I'm gonna make her entire haircut that length? No. That area can grow out. It is very common for there to be one side that's shorter than the other. It is very common for one side to be more dense than the other, for one side to be longer, healthier. It's all in symmetry and basically on the dominant side of our head, what we do the most. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of our Goddess polish on her hair. Now I can go through and curl her again, but in her case, I don't really need to. I like the way this looks. I don't want too much, what we call body. How old are you? 22. She's 22. We're not gonna make her look 92. So I could tell she was a little bit younger, so I didn't want to make, you can age somebody with just the little things that you do, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just comb through her. Now swing your hair for me. You see the health, it looks healthier when she swings it versus it looked like she was swinging cotton in the beginning. I'm throwing a whole bunch of shade, aren't I? It looked like she was swinging cotton in the beginning. So this swing is a little bit healthier. Of course, at night, she's gonna wrap her hair. That is very important with any type of hair care regimen. Wrapping your hair is the best way to preserve your style without applying a ton of heat. So this way for me. So I'm gonna put a little bit of Sebastian Shaper on her hairline first, and then I'll go in and put a little bit of edge control. So the edge control that I'm gonna use is the clear, which is our Elite Control Edge Control in the color clear. A little goes a long way. And then we're gonna take our edge brush, this baby here. Edges. Yes. Take this way for me. So I see some frayed hairs here that I'm gonna just grab my shears and clean up. Tip forward, please. It's just like one or two hairs that I'll see. And I'll turn her so you guys can see. Very big difference. So she still has her bangs. She still has some length. She actually has a style. And her hair looks nice and silky and movable. So guys, moral to the story, don't hang on to those frayed dead ends. Period. That's including life too, okay? Don't hold on to those dead ends. It makes a huge difference when you take them off and allow the hair to do its thing and grow out in the right way versus you trying to have a temporary 5 minutes of length to only still have to cut them off because it ends up taking good hair with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a quick tip video, but I'll see you guys soon.